every word is very precious, and I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, every time I explain something, I remember you need it recorded.
Yeah, and because I don't have like because the words the choice of your words are so on spot, and are actually you're like you're hitting the bullseye, I would say. So yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I thought that I was. And it's like I am, but I'm not, because
No, you are. Ask me.
well, I was seeing it as, everything being illusion. And so because of that, all of our thoughts are illusions, and that you should have the thought and think, okay, that doesn't matter because I'm not the thought. But I guess it's really more reflecting on the thoughts and existing as yourself through the thoughts and through the illusion. And so it isn't a pushing away of anything. I'm trying to figure this out as I'm explaining it.
So you were talking about some ego part, right?
Yeah. So when I was talking to you about, about everything being your ego, I feel like maybe I didn't really say anything to you that wasn't correct. I just worried that I did. But when I try to think about what I said that wouldn't have been, I can't think exactly, except I know that I did tell you, I said not to think about the past because that's not affecting you now, but like you can still reflect on the past.
Okay.
But in the way to like affect to reflect on how it's like shaped you as a person, and how like what that means about the person you are now.
Yep. Can you be able to reframe it?
So you could think back on, okay, so we talked about last time you making a decision not to do that Zoom call.
Yep.
And
I'm glad you remember that.
Yes. So I said that you could think about it because you were making a decision for next time and then letting it go. But let's say you did the Zoom call and you said something, and then people responded in a way that made you feel like they judged you, right?
Yep.
You could, after the fact, like even like a year later or something, think about it. But instead of thinking about it and saying, oh, I can't believe I did that, people always judge me, blah, 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 you could look back on it and say, why did that make me feel like I was judged? And recognize what it is about the situation that made you feel that way.
Yep.
And then you could think about, well, were they really judging me? Is there any way for me to know that for sure? Is there evidence that pointed towards it? And then you could compare it to other events and say, okay, is there another event similar where I had the same feeling? Is there anything that connects them? Because that's going to give you insight into your present.
Yep. Some crux of the story, I'm getting it, what you're saying, but somewhere I'm missing some parts.
So it's not about avoiding thoughts of the past and only staying in the present. It's about the way that you think about the past. So if you're thinking about the past, look at it from a present state of mind instead of the mind that had the experience
at that time, right?
Yeah, because usually, right, we think about the past experience and we're still living, like we're living that moment in our mind, right? So you're having the emotions that you had when you had that experience. It feels like you're still in that moment.
Yep.
So detach from that and focus on, okay, I'm here now. This happened. But what can I take away from that happened?
So technically, when I think about the old past thing, the body reacts in the same way when it happened at the first time, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna say every time.
Yeah, but most of the time.
But a lot of the time, yes. Because most of the things that we do remember have a strong emotional attachment to them. That's why we remember them.
Yeah.
And so when we're feeling that emotion, it's like we're still in that past moment.
Yeah, that's right. So technically, I can be more present, and I can look back to the past and see how the past was, and I can be more aware of what emotions are getting generated, right? So then, do you think with the awareness and with the only observing it can reduce the intensity of the thoughts and emotions?
Well, if you do, if you stay mindful in the present, that's going to help you. That should help to reduce the number of thoughts that are coming up.
Yep.
But if you focus on the past and reflect on them, then like when you're reflecting, you should learn something from it, possibly a lesson. Like, so the example that I said is, why were you feeling like that? If you realize what triggered it and can overcome that trigger in your present, then when you look back on that memory, you're not going to have that feeling anymore because that's not going to trigger you. So you can overcome it that way, but then also part of it as well is to accept that feeling instead of trying to deny it. Yeah, because by resisting it, like it's going to push back at you.
Yeah.
By just recognizing that it's there and that like it's part of you, but it's not you at the same time.
Yep.
And you could think it and then just try to release it.
Yeah. Wow. That's very clear explanation, Adriana. That's amazing. I really feel that I'm sometime in the grip of your words, and it really makes me getting my doubts more clear, actually, because, well, the good point I told you even last time is about you is I have got you, I can answer. Means I can question you and you can answer. Well, Eckhart Tolle or Deepak Chopra, I can't question that. Right? So that's why it makes my more curiosity is to know more about deeper and deeper. And I appreciate that you have got a very good understanding of things. I'm really surprised. Sometimes I ask myself a question, how means I want to know about yourself as well, because it makes me feel more curious to know about your life and how you have got this sort of deep understanding of things, and how you actually, I've seen two things actually with the people. One, people have got a good understanding, but having that good understanding does not mean that you are fulfilling your purpose of your life. So that is only the one side of the thing. If you are delivering that wholeness to someone with your words, like that you actually are capable of doing it, I think that's the completion of the whole. I hope I can be able to deliver what I want to say. So technically, there are two halves. One half is having the full information, the clarity, and the second half is delivering that clarity to other people, like transforming, or means transferring that clarity from you to me or you to anyone else, and other people accept the same clarity as you delivered, right? And I think you have got ticked on the both halves. So, which is great. I was listening to Eckhart Tolle's one of the lecture on suffering, and because I feel like you have traveled a lot, not in the way like physical traveling, but you traveled in the part of your experience and information through some. Because I was listening to Eckhart Tolle's one information. He say like you get more enlightened if you have suffered a lot in your life. Like you get more clarity to reach to that threshold if you have been suffering a lot. Means people get more quickly get to that point. Because thank you very much for being so supportive and helping me out and clearing all of my doubts. And I haven't even started actually reading your book, right? So, but I'll definitely start. Thanks, Adriana. And please send me this recording. It was very useful. Right.
Will do.
Yeah. And if you want me to give you some testimonials, I'll love to do that.
Okay.
In written or somewhere on your Facebook or wherever. All right. Feel free.
Okay. Have a good week.
You too. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.